To establish a company and to do it well, the first thing you need to do is to make a good product.
Hey there everyone, SomeKillerTofu here, and today I just wanted to kind of give a little update and do something kind of different, or explain that things are going to start being a little different rather. As you all may know from my previous videos in the past couple weeks, I've been dealing with a lot of depression and other issues that I feel like may be resulting from medicine I was prescribed. Today I got prescribed something different, but still, it's been kind of keeping me down over the past 2.5 weeks or so. I have really been struggling with a loss of motivation, which has made it really hard to want to make videos as much as I love doing it. And playing games even. Like I've been, turning on my PlayStation and then kind of just, or Xbox or PC, and just kind of going through my list of games on each system and not really being able to decide that I want to play anything for hours until I just pick something just dumb and bland just to kind of have on in the background as like background noise while I'm like listening to videos and stuff that friends and people post, just to kind of catch up on things while trying to also play games or have fun or something at the same time. And it's just been really tricky. So I think what I need to do is do something a little different with my channel, and instead of, not that I've been keeping up necessarily with what's big in gaming or anything, like I'd say the newest game I played is probably Remnant, or what was the last, Jedi Fallen Order. That's the newest game I played, and I barely played it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the best with beating games a lot of the time, unless it's my type of game, if that makes sense. Like, I like games like that. Like I beat Dark Souls 3 twice with one of my best friends and had a great time doing it, but at the end of the day, that's not really my style of RPG and stuff. So anyway, I wanted to kind of, I've been thinking since last night that maybe I should redo and rework my release schedule a bit and do things kind of in an effort to make me a little happier for a little while, at least. I mean, I don't have this huge following yet, so there's not going to be this huge, desire to see me. I mean, it would get me more followers probably if I played newer stuff, admittedly, but I think I'll put out better content if I'm happier and having more fun doing it. So what I think I'm going to do, and it might change or there might be more added later, but at least in the beginning, what I want to try and do is do something called, that I'm going to call Magical Mondays, which is like very RPG and fantasy based stuff, because that's kind of what I grew up with, a lot of RPGs and stuff like that. So I'm thinking maybe Persona, maybe Final Fantasy, maybe some Elder Scrolls, stuff like that, as I figure out how to record that stuff and have it work properly. As some people may have saw if you were on that one stream with me playing Oblivion, it doesn't quite work right on computer for some reason for me, at least not with the controller. So I'll probably be playing the Xbox version of that at some point. But so I'm thinking stuff like that, maybe card games like Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic, just to fit in kind of with the theme of it being like fantasy based stuff. And I know what you're thinking, Chris, why are you not doing Fantasy Friday or something like that? That's because the other big genre I grew up with a lot was fighting games and beat 'em ups and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is Fighting Friday, and I might shift it around. I thought about the idea of doing like Macho Mondays and Fantasy Fridays, but I decided on Magical Mondays and Fighting Fridays, because I think that, RPGs might be a nice, settling, relaxing way to end work days on Mondays for people, whereas I think that fighting games and stuff like that, I always think of them as like games played at parties, so it might hype people up for the weekend. So that's kind of why I'm thinking Fighting Friday, Magical Monday. So for Fridays, I'm thinking games like Tekken, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, maybe WWE, UFC. I've really been thinking a lot about Yakuza lately, because that's been the series I've been playing the most of lately. I played through like 5 games in the past 2 years, I think, of it. And those are all like 70 plus hour games, depending on how much you get into them. Well, really, it's like probably like 40 to 50 for just the story. And then like there's so much extra content in those games that it usually ends up running me like 70, 80 hours max. But that's a lot of time for all those games. So anyway, my point is I want to try something different, just RPGs, stuff like that on Mondays, and more brawlers, beat 'em ups, fighting games, fun games that'll, you know, be intense and very reactive on Fridays. I don't know. We'll see where it goes from there. I've been floating around the idea of whatever Wednesdays or whatever in my head, where it could just be a random grab bag kind of thing of stuff I like, because again, I'm trying to do this so I play stuff that I enjoy instead of just forcing myself to play whatever and try new things all the time, because that's going to lead to me never finishing anything, one. Two, not being as interested in the content beyond, like, I love the editing process, so I end up enjoying it there, but in the game itself, sometimes I get a little kind of just zoned out and focused on the gaming aspects if it's something that I don't already enjoy a ton. Like, I love Star Wars, don't get me wrong, I grew up with it, I've watched it since I was 4, but for some reason that gameplay didn't engage me quite as much as I'd like. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm going to go back and play it on my own at some point. I just don't know that I'm going to finish it on video. I guess you could consider this like a kind of a, not a rebranding, but like a re-evaluating my channel and starting fresh in a way. So I'm going to try to record more stuff that I'll enjoy so that hopefully I'll be more engaging with any potential audience I have and be able to maybe give insight that some of you might want into these games that I'm, you know, all about. So I might not end up being the most popular YouTuber because I'm not playing the new thing every day, but I'll do a lot of stuff that people may or may not have heard about, but and always been interested in, but never really gotten around to playing. That's kind of going to be more my thing, I think, since I play a lot of weird, quirky, niche, and like Japanese especially games that not a lot of people play. So, or not a lot of people really get into, at least. So we'll see where it goes. I might stream on weekends or something. I'm not really sure, but we'll get there as it comes. But I just wanted to kind of give an update, and we'll see what happens. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So hopefully I'll be able to stick with the schedule, and it'll be easier for me and better for you all, because you all will actually get more content in the end because I'll have a set schedule. And we'll go from there. Sorry, I had like some hiccup thing. But yeah, I will be starting that hopefully next week. Gonna record some now to hopefully be able to have ready for Monday, and so on and so forth, and we'll just go from there. But anyway, I just wanted to give an update. Hope you all are able to appreciate that and understand it, and I will see you on Monday. Okay, bye.
When I say dance, you best dance.